Yesterday afternoon I took a trip to Flavortown. By the way, it's different zip codes, but it was Flavortown locally here in Connecticut. And I thought I killed it. I did. I was co-host with Guy Fieri, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And he is probably calling to offer me up a permanent gig as the co-host for Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives, and Dan. So, Guy, thanks for joining us, and thanks again for yesterday. I can help you if you need some help.
Well, you stole the show. You did. You stole the show. You stole the lamb shank, and you stole the car.
Yes.
So I'm calling about the keys.
Where are you now?
I'm in Greenwich at a great pizza joint. I can't tell you the name of it because they're already busy as can be.
Okay.
But we're shooting Triple D here again, and everybody is asking where you are. And I said probably late again.
Yeah, but I did show up. I thought that it was a nice cameo. I was a little nervous, though, because you were speaking a different language. If it was sports, then I'm okay. But you're talking about, herbs and spices from Greece, and you're talking about whole carrots and baklava. And I'm going, just get the food out of the damn oven so I can eat it.
You can tell everybody that you sounded nervous and that, but you were actually, Dan, it was really a blast. You're such a pro at what you do. You folded into it incredibly well. Matter of fact, my team, when you left, we all looked at it and said, that was just too short. We needed to do a whole series of it. So we need you again. It really was. It was a blast. And I'm a fan of you and fan of the show, but dude, you were hysterical. And guys, he caught on so quick and we move fast. We shoot really quick and you're in the pocket, buddy.
At one point, the guys just talking to the chef. I don't know we're on camera. I don't know they're recording, even though I should have seen the red light. Hello. And then all of a sudden, I realized that they're actually recording this. So I didn't say anything stupid. At least I tried not to. But give people an idea of how long it takes to shoot an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Well, fortunately, like you, I have a great team. So my team does the advance on the restaurant a day ahead of time. So they get a chance to shoot all the B-roll and kind of get the chefs and the team warmed up on what's going to happen. Then I come in and we do everything from making the dishes to tasting them to meeting the guests and getting their profile and then doing the stand-up, which, by the way, that's the intro of the show. The stand-up with Dan is hysterical. We were all laughing about it this morning. But it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours per location. So I'll shoot 3 locations in a day. So we did 3 yesterday, 3 today, and then we bounce out. And then Monday we'll be in Nebraska doing a whole nother run.
How difficult is it to eat on camera?
Well, it just depends on what level of starving you're at, so if you're coming in now, that was my 3rd location. So I'd already eaten at 2 locations prior, which, by the way, this Connecticut Greenwich area Stamford has got a fantastic bandwidth of restaurants. The gym membership should be blowing up by now. But it's the key is not taking too big of a bite so you can actually articulate a conversation. And it took a while to learn that because I can fill my mouth up pretty good with a slice of pie.
Okay, what happens and you're a nice guy, but when you do bite into something and you're on camera, and then it might not be as good as advertised or your favorite. So how do you do that in a respectful way?
Well, fortunately, that it just like with what your team does with you gives you some insight to what's getting ready to happen. Or I think that's what goes on, over at your chaos. My guys, we're aware of what's going on. I see the recipes before I go there. I pick I pick the menu items that I want to try. I've got a pretty good idea of what's getting ready to happen. Now, is there a difference between good, great, and blow your mind? Yes. Good gets. I like it. It's good. I like this part of that part. Great usually gets a little bit more of a delay, and blow my mind is, I'm scarfing the whole thing down until my co-host steals the lamb shank.
Yes, I did.
What we ate, Dan, I'm going to tell you, what we ate yesterday on that lamb shank was probably one of the best lamb shanks we've had on the show. And I've done 1,500 locations. So that was pretty out of bounds. And so it's kind of that thing. We don't get ourselves in that situation anymore where I'll get to a location and it'll be a big whammy that like they completely screwed this up or sold us a bag of beans. That doesn't happen anymore.
Do you have food rules? Like do's and don'ts? Like ketchup on hot dogs or ketchup on eggs, or like, is there anything where you go, that's a no-go, non-starter?
I don't like people get hung up on pineapple on pizza. I don't care. I mean, do what you want to do. I'm not a big fan of faking it. I'm not a big fan of some of those maneuvers. I think that even truffle oil, for instance, I think that it's not something I use. But if somebody wants to use it and they don't use it as perfume, I'm okay. Don't overdo it. But otherwise, each to their own. Enjoy it. What I'm really into is authenticity. We just shot a place this morning here in Greenwich that makes their own pasta. And this guy's from Italy. He and his wife are from Italy, and they make outrageous pasta. And then you can also eat some of the dishes there at their pasta shop. And just going there, they put 5 ingredients in one dish, and it just tastes like an orchestra of flavor. So when people are doing it simple and doing it right, like this pizza joint I'm at today, I'll send you a text and tell you where it's at, because these dudes are doing it right. Less is more, and technique, quality ingredients, and passion for what they're doing makes all the difference in the world.
Well, it was great seeing you yesterday. Got to see the Camaro. And when are we going back to work together? Because I'll get rid of this gig in a second, because you make real money on that show. You got your own tequila, and you got things going on here.
Yeah, well, I think that you've been a great example for all of us to follow. Do what you love to do. Surround yourself with great people and entertain folks. And you've been doing such a great job of it. So I'm not, and I told you this when we met a long time ago. Anytime you want to do this. Now, if that means I have to come back to Connecticut more often, I think you owe me a trip to Northern California. So round up your circus, get all your crew together, which, by the way, guys, I sent you a bunch of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives t-shirts. So if those didn't make them, I know that Dan's,
No, I have them. I got the, you signed a poster to me where you signed it to Dan. Don't know what to say. Thanks, I guess. Like, that didn't really resonate with we're friends. Like, he's inviting me to his ranch. He goes, "Oh, you got to come out. I got a guest house here. Oh, let me sign a poster." And I go, "Okay." And then he goes, "To Dan, I don't know what to say. Thanks, I guess."
Don't listen. He is hanging me out to dry so bad on this right now, because I asked him. I said, he's in my ear, guys, because you know how he has his one-liners and all this, and he's in my ear. Write something like, Dan, you did terrible. I go, I can't write that. Dan, you're the best. You should take over my show. I'm terrible. I mean, he's running one-liners at me the whole time. So thank you, I guess, was my trying to be funny. But no, you did a great job, and we appreciate you making it. And anytime.
When does that episode, is that in the fall that's coming out?
It can happen. It can air anywhere from 2 months to 6 months. But I'll let you know when it's getting ready to happen, and you can send it out there, and I'll send you a clip of it also, so you can have it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. You left and you said, "Hey, I hope I did okay." And I looked at my team and I said, "That guy crushed it, right?" Mm-hmm. It wasn't just me being fanboy that Dan was here. Like, no, it was hysterical. We're sorry it was just such a short piece.
Did you do New Haven pizza? Have you done Sally's and Pepe's?
No, we were going to go up to New Haven, but Yale's graduating. So this was a tough time of year for us to make it up there.
Oh, and I was just, man. You know what? That's where I do my encore, in New Haven. Yeah. God, that'd be great.
Make a note of that when we come back in 10 years, New Haven.
10 years.
We're jotting it down right now. The whole crew's here.
Yeah.
They're all standing by waiting for this. We're in the middle of shooting.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
Buddies from yesterday.
By the way, I yelled at one of your cameramen because he yelled at me while we were shooting yesterday. I said, "Stop yelling at me."
Yeah, well, that's, we just trying to make you feel like you're at home.
I am the deputy mayor of Flavortown. Just want to let you know, okay?
We should knight you in some.
Thank you.
That you are now deputy mayor. You have license. Have license.
Thank you, bud. Thanks. Safe travels, and again, thank you.
Thanks again, DB.
That's Guy Fieri. Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives, and Dan.